Okay, no crying on mic.
I just banged my knee on Matt Palmer's desk from
West Elm.
From West Elm?
Yes.
Oh, from West Elm. No wonder it hurt so bad. That's some sturdy wood.
I'm telling you, we moved a lot of things, beds included. This was by far the most cumbersome and heaviest piece of furniture.
And it deserved to be with the dollars you dropped on this. I just bought a bunch of furniture recently, and I was just like, let me see what's on West Elm, and immediately clicked off and was like, can't afford this.
I know, it's an expensive place.
It's where dreams are made.
It is now. And the thing is, now that we're in this hardwooded place and I'm looking for rugs, I'm like, oh God, this is going to be such another moment. And I don't need another moment. But I guess that's what happens when you move into a new place. You have to buy things to fill the place, make it look nice.
Life is full of moments.
Life is, if we've learned anything.
Even a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. Into the Woods. Remember when we reviewed it for Patreon literally a week ago?
I guess it didn't stick with me.
Oh my God, I'm going to murder you.
Not every show does. Not every show is, next to normal. Did Into the Woods win a Pulitzer?
Into the Woods won, Next to Normal won Tony Award for Best Score too, but Into the Woods won for Best Book too. So,
no Pulitzer,
it did not win the Pulitzer, but that's because Sondheim had just won the Pulitzer 3 years or 4 years prior. God damn it.
I'm just saying, you should be giving Next to Normal more of its flowers.
I think Next to Normal is excellent.
You always mock it.
A Pulitzer is a lot.
I think it deserved it. I can think of no better musical.
What was the competition for the Pulitzer that year?
Other idiots that weren't as good as Next to Normal. Other fucking flops. I also think Last 5 Years should have won a Pulitzer, but can we not turn back time? So
sometimes they just miss the mark.
They do. Pulitzers. Not everybody has that. To their credit, I think you did a great job.
That quote does not match with what we were talking about.
It always matches. It matches to literally everything.
Everybody, welcome back to another Two Gay Mats podcast, and it is the second podcast in the new apartment.
Is this how we're separating them between old apartment?
Sure, it'll be 5 months from now, and I'll be like, it is the 30th new podcast since the new apartment.
I don't know that people care as much as we care about the new apartment.
Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
How was your week, Matt?
My week was so stressful. I was there shopping for the new furniture in my bedroom. I had to get a new desk, a new dresser, and and a new chair, obviously.
Definitely.
And then, there was also an end table that matched everything. So I was like, I'll get this too.
Did you really? Oh my God, splurge alert.
It took days to pick out this furniture because I had all my options saved in on all the websites, on the thousands of different carts that I had. And I was just going through each one. What are the pros? What are the cons? Making decisions like this, stresses me out. And it takes me days. I'm not good at this. When it comes to dropping hundreds of dollars, I'm I need days to process this. And then I was like, oh, will this furniture match the bed frame that I currently have? Will it match the rest of my room? Will it match, everything? And
I will say, I don't know if you're done with your furniture shopping for now, but for future reference, I've done this and also thought too long, and it's been this is out of stock and we no longer carry it.
Oh, geez,
so just keep that in mind when you do it, because that's on the table.
Don't worry, it's been clicked.
Good.
It's been the first item is shipping now as we speak. The chair is shipping now. It's a rose-colored chair. Because everything else in my room is kind of a dark brown meets black. So it's I need a pop of color, and but then everything else won't ship. The thing, because I found an end table, dresser, and desk that all match together.
Yeah.
They're all the same brand or whatever. But to get them all together, it takes 2 weeks. So I'm gonna have to wait, and it's so annoying. And I deserve better things in life.
I mean, it's on its way. I feel you're getting to practice patience.
Sure.
That's a virtue that we all could work on.
Yes,
so
absolutely. I agree.
You just got to think of it as more of a gift to you.
Okay.
A learning experience.
Sure.
We love that.
And then I have to put it all together.
Well, that'll be a whole different learning experience.
It's Wayfair, so it's, you got to put it together. So it's not as cheap as IKEA.
Right. It's a step up.
It's a step up from IKEA. Yeah.
I feel that way about living spaces as well. You don't have to put living spaces together, actually, but it's I feel it's in between an IKEA and a West Elm. It's this is nice and fine, but it's not you're not dropping a pretty penny.
Yeah, totally. So, and I could have gotten a home assembly for all the furniture. It costs $50 to $70.
That's the thing.
Per item, and I'm just this is totally worth the money, but I'm not going to spend it.
I mean, this is why when I order things from West Elm, I always end up just being I'm just going to go to the physical store and pick it up, because the shipping is half the price of the item, and it's I don't.
Oh, shipping wasn't. There was free shipping shipping for me.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
Wayfair's
this desk was free shipping, but I was looking at rugs last night, and the rug was expensive, and the shipping was literally maybe a third of the price of the rug. And I was
that's
I'm just
hard.
going to
pick that up.
I'm just
Absolutely.
going to pick it up.
Yeah,
it's like, why I picked up that fucking log and carried it across.
Guys, we have a end table that is a log that Matt Palmer's very excited about.
Stump.
And it's a stump, and I encouraged his excitement. He was going on for days about how should I buy it, should I not buy it? It's just a stump, and I was like, but you know what? If it makes you happy,
and it did,
then you deserve it.
Yes,
and it's apparently very heavy. Lord knows I never lifted it.
I was gonna say of the heaviest things. I don't know that you really.
I never lifted that stump. But
thank you to Fernando.
My friend Fernando, who's very strong, of course, ripped into Matt Palmer for buying a stump.
Hey, he's like, you could have just gone out and gotten a stump from a wood or whatever. And it's like, I don't know where the woods are. I'm not cutting down a fucking tree. Like,
yeah, a stump with our axe. Where?
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't have axes available.
He's from Texas. They do that down there. I guess. But it wouldn't have been a nice clean chop.
It's perfect. I've never regretted buying that stump. I think I did an Instagram poll of should I buy this stump, and it was an overwhelming no. And I was like, I'm getting it.
I voted yes.
Thank you.
Of the few things I support you on, I supported that stump.
I appreciate it. That stump was amazing.
Our listeners are probably just like, what the fuck? We want to hear you talk about ketchup.
It's coming. You're supposed to ask me how my week is, which I feel like you never do.
Matt Palmer, I asked you how your week is.
I always have to ask myself.
I definitely ask you. I remember asking you how your week was at least maybe 3 times.
Okay, we've done 16 of these podcasts.
Okay, but Matt Palmer, how the hell was your week?
It was fine, but
wait, why just fine?
Because there's a better story.
Okay,
do you remember when I was dating this guy who lived in a different state? I don't want to say what state it was.
Oh,
in a small town.
I remember him. He was real hot.
He was.
That's why you were like, okay, I'll date him.
He was. So he looked at my Instagram story recently, and I was like, oh, I haven't thought about this guy. This was years ago. I haven't thought about this guy in the longest time. Mm-hmm. What's he up to? And so I went to his Facebook. I have to show you.
Oh, no.
I need to show you on camera. So he lives in a small town, and I remember my friend Janie was like, you cannot date him. I found his political blog. He thinks Hillary and Trump are the same, and he misspells Hillary. He uses 1 L instead of 2.
Yes.
Cannot date him. Cannot date him.
Yes, we hated him after that.
In his blog, he mentioned something about being more about local government than national government, whatever, and that was what his passion was.
Is he running for something?
He is currently the mayor. I'm showing Matt Steele a picture of his website. He is the mayor of the small town that he was living in.
Wait, no, it says vote.
Sweetie, I went to his Facebook. He won. This election.
It says more planning, fewer potholes.
I assume he won't find this and listen to this, but the thing is,
good, because oh my God.
I know.
Oh my.
He's the fucking man. I could have been the first man. I could have been his, man of honor.
I would have refused to allow you to date someone who thinks that Trump and Hillary are the same person and also gives Hillary Clinton only 1 L.
All right, well, I'm sorry, but I could have been in an office right now. I could be in City Hall
of this town.
Of that town.
Girl, I mean, this. Oh my God! He was really hot.
I mean, I think you thought he was hotter than I was. I always felt like
he was so hot, and so I thought you were crazy because I think starting a relationship from the thing is he would come to LA often.
Yes.
So it's not like this was a thing Matt Palmer never met him or something.
No,
Matt Palmer met him many times and hung out with him several times. And I think starting off a relationship as long distance is not to judge anyone, but crazy. And but we've all done it.
I mean,
I haven't, but
truly, this is neither here nor there. What is the person that's married to the mayor called? Just the first lady, first man, first
I don't know.
Mayoress? I just wonder what my title would have been.
I don't know.
But I also kind of did some scrapping because the thing is, he dumped me for someone, and I'm pretty sure that someone he was with for as long as the last time I saw him. He has been wiped from his Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
There's no mention of his homosexuality or of his Mormonism, which he's a Mormon, but which we love everyone, but I don't know if that little town would love that.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Oh my God, we have some.
I know we have like tea. This is why I'm like we could
totally like tear down his.
No, but he was fine. He was mostly harmless. I mean, the dumping was rude.
but like I mean, he did you dirty.
He did. He just like went to Hawaii, met someone else, and came back.
And was like, I don't like you anymore.
But then that guy came and moved from Hawaii to his little town. I was like, oh, sweetie, you made the right move. I would not have done that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. See, that is crazier.
Oh my God. Yeah. But now I'm like, are they still together? Is this a secret thing? I need there to be a documentary about this.
Well, look him up. I'm sure like there's go to his website.
Oh, his website has nothing about it.
Really?
Not one word.
Go to his
his Facebook cleaned all pictures of this guy.
I mean, he might still be with him, but like just like
that's what I'm thinking. But it's like, would you stay with a guy that's like, I'm now the mayor and I can't claim you? Like, I don't know that would hurt my feelings.
Oh my God. That's devastating. He's a wreck. Like, well, just that political blog was just like such a disaster.
Right.
Just,
it had a lot of typos for someone who's now a mayor.
Of course, like he's running a town and he can't even spell the name Hillary Clinton correctly. Like I always say
this is iconic.
I always say there's not to bring up Hillary Swank again, but I always say there's a rule. Okay. Hillary Swank has 1 L and 2 Oscars. Hillary Clinton has 2 L's and 1 Grammy. That's how I remember how many
very
L's
weird. But if it works for you, it works for you. I mean, maybe it's just because I was a part of it in some way, but like, would we not all watch a Netflix like fictionalized version of this story about
oh my God.
Small town gay mayor hikes?
I'm about to write it
his
right
Hawaiian
now.
Boyfriend. I
the wronged black man living in Los Angeles who like comes and destroys his political career.
I won't do that. Well, but I would in the fictionalized version I would. In the like Netflix movie version of this I will.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. Well, also like it's not like you were dating for so long.
No,
like,
it was
he really did you dirty.
No,
like,
no.
If you had been dating for years and then he like suddenly just dumped you out of the blue for some random
I have been done.
I would be like absolutely destroy his political career.
I feel like we both have been done much dirtier than by this mayor. So we wish him all the best, but it's just like I was cackling in my bedroom this morning being like, he's the fucking mayor. Like hilarious.
I can't believe you did not barge into my bedroom.
I literally was like, I have to save this for the podcast.
So guys, this is screw news for idiots. Like I want to talk about this for the entire podcast.
Do you think he's got, I can't retweet this Instagram on my personal because he could listen to it. The only worry I have is like, hey, if he reaches out to this, I will have to cut this part out. If he like finds
come on, it's not like anyone knows.
We don't say his name. We don't even say the state.
Yeah.
We don't say the city. But
I mean, all you got to do is Google like a political blog, Hillary with 1 L.
I'm sure he's deleted that blog.
Oh,
I'm sure. I mean, if he's holding public office.
He had a PR cleanup.
He did. Iconic.
Wow. Iconic.
This is why my week didn't make a difference, because this was the highlight of my week. The fact that I dated a mayor.
Wow.
Okay, so in other news that doesn't have to do with my mayor ex, Mariah Carey has a new commercial.
Guys, Walker Crisps. Everyone go to England and buy a bunch of Walker Crisps. I'm starting to think they're incredible.
The Walker Crisps people are 2 Gay Mats fans. Like your hugest things of the year are Spice Girls and Mariah Carey.
Absolutely. And both commercials are brilliant.
They're hilarious.
Objectively hilarious.
Beautifully shot.
Yes.
Like, okay, so if you haven't seen the Mariah Carey Walker Crisps commercial, she's performing All Up for Christmas Is You and doing some dance moves so you know it's not real.
I love how like when they like say cut, she doesn't move a muscle. She was like, that was great. And just like her feet still stay super glued to the floor.
Yes, and then she like claps really excitedly and she's like, yay! And it's like, that's not what you would do. You'd be like, oh. But then of course Mariah Carey gets in a fight with one of the background elves over a Walker Crisp.
I know. I was so jealous. What redheaded little gay got that role?
He was
a British
lucky.
one. But,
yes, you know. And but then Mariah Carey, of course, uses her high note to get the crisp out of his hand. Takes the smallest bite you've ever seen.
It wasn't even a bite. Like
it
she
wasn't.
Really just like put the chip to her mouth, and they added a biting sound effect. Like
it's beautiful and hilarious. And I mean, there's not too much to say about it except the commercial's iconic, and you should stop this podcast and go Google it.
Yes, and really, watch if you haven't seen the Spice Girls one. I mean,
I actually don't know that I watched the Spice Girls.
It's
one.
So funny.
I need to watch it.
It's like Walker's Crisps is just slaying the game.
They need to advertise with us. Hello.
Oh my God, if we booked a Walker's Crisps
I'm
commercial,
emailing them this. It's like we just talked about you for 30 minutes. Send us some Walker's Crisps.
Send us some crisps,
yes,
please.
We want the Mariah version.
Especially because I need to save money on food. I just bought a lot of furniture.
Hey, yes, that's the thing. We're moving. We have to buy a lot. We got to eat. What are you doing? Also, it was the 25th anniversary of Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas and All I Want for Christmas Is You. That was last week after Halloween, which again, I'm not a Halloween person. I was really waiting on Merry Christmas to happen. And so it's now the Christmas season, which we're thrilled about.
And she gave us a brilliant a cappella Carol of the Bells, or not Carol of the Bells, Dance the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh my God. It's on Spotify. The new deluxe edition of Merry Christmas has an interlude called Sugar Plum Fairy Interlude, and the a cappella version in which Mariah Carey in all whistle register performs the Sugar Plum Fairy, and it's both impressive and hilarious.
Not
and
all whistle. Sometimes she goes,
oh yeah, there's a background. It's like, what's happening? It also has God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, which is another a cappella moment, which is objectively perfect. And her live performance in 1994 of St. John the Divine. She does All I Want for Christmas Is You. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Joy to the World. I think Hark the Herald, Angels Sing, a lot of great Christmas songs in a vocal peak. So I advise you to go listen to that. And I just can't believe it's been 25. It's honestly kind of weird that it's only been 25 years and that it's already been 25 years.
Because it feels like Mariah Carey, Queen of Christmas, has been around forever.
Yes, it feels, especially the song All I Want for Christmas Is You, it feels like it's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Truly.
Well, everyone is always like, oh, well, it's a cover. You know,
I know.
Because they feel like it's such a classic.
Right. And it's definitely not. So we love Mariah.
She wrote that at 24, darling.
Oh, my God.
Or not, don't say the age. She wrote that when she was very, very young, when she was a child.
She was a child. In other news, the Emmy Awards have eliminated the Outstanding Musical Performance in a Daytime Program category, and previous winner. And the thing is, this category only existed since 2016, so I guess it's not like a huge loss, but it is the reason that both Cynthia Erivo and Ben Platt are 3/4 of the way to EGOTing. So it's kind of like, was that fair? People who've won this award were Rachel Platten for Fight Song on Good Morning America, which is insane. Cynthia Erivo in the cast of The Color Purple, Ben Platt in the cast of Dear Evan Hansen, the cast of The Band's Visit.
I love The Band's Visit.
I know
that's neither here nor there.
Do you have any strong feelings about this Emmy change?
Absolutely not. Like Matt Bomer, he was like, do you want to talk about this Emmy change? And I was like, me as an award show stan who loves everything award shows was like, what changed? And he told me the category, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't care about that.
He said he didn't care, but he also said he didn't think Cynthia Erivo or Ben Platt deserved to be almost EGOTs at this point.
Well, okay, like when people are like, oh, like I want to see like Cynthia Erivo EGOT and Ben Platt EGOT, it's just like, whoa.
They shouldn't be 3/4 of the way there.
They are 3/4 of the way there. That's uncalled for.
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot.
We love them. They're super talented, but like, whoa.
Yeah, these are new stars. They don't need to be that far. They're not, they're not John Legend.
I mean, like, I guess they like have, worked hard and made it, but like,
I just always feel like, and again, I know you're going to take this as shade to Whoopi. We love everyone. I just feel like daytime Emmys.
Look, okay.
Does that really count?
I mean, everyone knows the daytime Emmys are not primetime Emmys.
Of course.
But, there are some great daytime Emmy moments, like Susan Lucci.
Yes.
I watched that live, and I had no idea what was happening.
Did you really?
I did. I was watching
the
daytime
Emmys.
What year was that? 1999.
And you were watching the daytime Emmy
Awards?
Awards?
My grandmother had them on.
Oh, okay.
And I had no idea of the Susan Lucci 19. For those youngins out there who were not even alive in 1999, Susan Lucci was famously nominated 19 years for All My Children and never won. And then in 1999, she finally won. If you want a happy moment in your life, just YouTube that win. It will make you cry even if you have never even heard of All My Children.
Thing. Just seeing someone win something that they've worked so hard for
and
for
everyone
so many
in the room
years.
is so happy for her. And I hear nothing but how Susan Lucci's just an angel and so wonderful. So everyone in the room loves her. Anyway, I don't know how we started talking about this. But I remember watching it in 1999, not knowing anything about it, and just watching it and just being like, wow, I'm crying. Little gay boy me is just crying.
I mean, she moved us to tears. I think that's fair. I mean, that's such a beautiful story. That's another movie I would watch if someone wants to make a Netflix movie.
The day Susan Lucci.
Yes, just about the day.
You know what? There would be gays who would watch that.
I'm telling you, if Ryan Murphy would get behind it, we'd all be watching.
Oh my God, have Aaron Sorkin write it for some reason?
Yeah. There'd be a lot of walking and talking.
I would love that.
Oh my God, I would too. Kelly Clarkson apparently was not busy enough because she has now announced that she's doing a Las Vegas residency next year.
When I saw that, I was like, what?
It's like This woman, she has a 9-to-5 job doing this daytime talk show. She's supposedly working on new music. She's on The Voice at night. There are live rounds of The Voice. And it's just like, when do you sleep? Like, I do not understand.
Also, like, don't you have to preserve your voice? Like, aren't you tired?
Like, that's the thing. And she sings on that talk show every day and she's sounding better and better. Did you see that I Put a Spell on You she did?
Yes.
Oh, so good. She also did one really recently that I really loved. I don't remember what it was. I'll look back at it. But she's been sounding amazing. And it's like, literally, when are you sleeping? I don't understand.
Yeah, when is this residency happening?
It's happening 2020 spring. Like, it starts in April, ends in September for the first run, and then it's like, well, when is The Voice happening? When do those live rounds happen? When is your daytime talk show, which is doing very well and definitely getting a second season? When is that starting back up again? It's just like,
do you know what casino she's at?
I think she is at. Let me see. She's at the Zappos Theater at the Planet Hollywood Resort.
Okay.
I do want to go. But the only negative for me is that it's called Invincible. And it's like, could we think of a worse song in Kelly Clarkson's catalog than Invincible? Ugh, horrible. And I get like, that's a good, like, oh, a diva has a residency. It's called Invincible. I get that. But like that song, I'm sorry, that might be Sia's worst work. I think she wrote that and it's garbage.
Why not call it Stronger?
Yes, that's the thing. Stronger's right there.
Stronger word. Yeah, Stronger's right there.
It was a giant hit. So, But again, we support Kelly. We're excited for her. I would love to go. But again, we just moved into this place and are buying all this furniture. So we'll see how the money shakes out.
Maybe since we promoted it on Two Gay Mats, we'll get free tickets.
Hey, we almost got to go to our concert for free once. I don't know if we've talked about this publicly.
We haven't.
We got, because of some of our Kelly Clarkson reaction videos, we got an email from like her bookers being like, hey, in preparation for this daytime talk show, she's like bringing people on stage and telling their stories like at her concert stops, and we were in the running to be some of those
we got interviewed and everything. We didn't get it.
We didn't get it. Ugh, the acting world. Now I get a taste of your world.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it wasn't really acting.
It wasn't, but it still was like a rejection from an audition.
That is a taste of my world. No. To get a rejection from an audition, you actually have to get an audition.
Hey, but we did.
Which I can't relate to. We got an audition. We got an audition for that.
We did.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
Did. We should email that guy again and be like, hey,
we started a new podcast.
Well, we started a podcast, but also if you want to get us tickets to the daytime show, we live in LA and would love to be there. Is that weird to I mean,
no, absolutely not.
Ask for the things you want.
Please, it's LA. People have done things way more shameless.
I know. I completely agree. Yeah. So apparently Pink came out this week and said that she was offered to headline the 2019 Super Bowl this year and she did not do it.
Huh.
So the thing is, it's weirdly, after all of this Colin Kaepernick stuff, I feel like becoming more of the cool thing to turn down the Super Bowl than to do it. Like, I know Rihanna came out and said she turned it down. Jay-Z said he turned it down in a song, but then now he's like partnering with the NFL or some shit. And I'm like, this feels poorly thought out, but whatever. And she basically said, that she would probably take a knee during the performance and get carried out. So she just thought she shouldn't do it. She says NFL should only give it, because of the controversy, to African-American or Latino women for a while. They should give it to Janet Jackson. That's who should be doing the Super Bowl. There's rumblings about J-Lo, Rihanna. They all deserve it. And it's like,
okay,
Pink, you better work. Like,
Pink has always been pretty flawless.
Yes,
I have to say.
Right side of history alert. I feel like I don't know. It's just like a lot of young liberal people, women, white ladies out there start out as liberal, and then as they get to a certain age, get a little less understanding of like what young people woke.
They're just like, oh, why can't I play a tree?
But it seems like we're not saying her name again. I just won't do it. But Pink has very much been on the pulse and like,
and very, very simple, like perfect way of saying something.
Yeah,
like short, sweet.
Yeah,
to
just
the point.
Like, I didn't do it. I would have taken a knee. Give it to African American women.
Yeah, give it to Janet Jackson.
It's like, yes, bitch. Oh, where's Justin? I hope Justin Timberlake read that and was like, fuck, I need to still say something about this, don't I? And it's like, yeah, you do. Also, just in relation to Pink, I've kind of revisited her album that came out this year, Hurts to Be Human. And I don't love the title track with Khalid, but there's a song on it called 90 Days with this gay artist named Rabel. I think it's up there for one of my songs of the year.
Okay.
It is like a piano only ballad with like really cool vocoder effects and like really great lyrics and melody. And it's just so unique and so beautifully performed and written. And like, I feel like Pink has always been so consistent musically. And that album, Hurts to Be Human, is just, is honestly a very good one of the latest. And I don't think it was as big of a hit as a lot of her music has been recently. So I just wanted to encourage you all to give it a Spotify spin, especially 90 Days. It's excellent.
All right. I will give it a listen.
All right. Oh, and the people are asking about your Lady Antebellum listening. I assume you didn't do it.
I haven't done it yet. Guys, I will.
We did move, but you should do it because someone did ask. And I was like, oh, I didn't know anyone cared about them besides, you. So it's happening. I don't know if you care about this. Lady Gaga is going to star in a new Ridley Scott film.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't heard about this.
Oh, you haven't?
You're giving me all information including the mayor. All of these news pieces are just like hitting me across the face.
I mean, most of the news pieces, this one I thought you would have known. Gaga is attached to star as Patrizia Reggiani, the ex-wife of Maurizio Gucci, who was tried and convicted of organizing her ex-husband's assassination on the steps of his office in 1995. She served 18 years before being let out of jail in 2016.
Guys, she's Italian.
I mean, I don't know if you heard. She's Italian.
She's just an Italian from New York. I can't wait to see Lady Gaga with big hair.
What has Ridley Scott done?
He did Gladiator.
Okay.
Recently he did like The Martian. He did Thelma and Louise. Oh, what a great movie.
Is that when Brad Pitt first appeared? Is that the movie?
That's like known as Brad Pitt's like sort of big come into film.
Oof, he was so hot.
Yes,
unreal. Unreal.
Absolutely.
But I mean, okay, great. So it's like a very reputable.
Oh my God, Ridley Scott's like an icon.
Maybe we're getting another Oscar nomination over here
from Lady Gaga.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know.
I mean, I hope this album comes out before the movie, but we'll see.
Maybe she'll do an all like Italian inspired album.
Don't even say it.
She's gonna start doing like Jersey music.
I don't want that. Have you heard about this? Living legend pop icon Britney Spears is opening up a pop-up museum in Los Angeles.
I did not hear about this.
Did you not?
All of these news pieces, guys, and this one is one of the most.
There are like 17, I think there are over 10 rooms that are like music video setups of Britney Spears that you can go in and take pictures and like do videos and stuff.
Oh, we are going.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, the thing is though, it's expensive.
How much is it?
It's like $65.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
great.
fine.
I will tell you that I will text you the day and time I'm going because I'm going with someone already and you have to go too.
Okay.
Because like there's good content for the podcast.
Oh, guys, we need content. We need content. We need pictures for the Instagram.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? I just am so excited. And the thing is, I feel like they did this for NSYNC out here. And I was an NSYNC fan, but not big enough. They've had Mariah one pop-ups in New York. And I've always been like,
oh, they've never had one here.
Yes. And it's like, hopefully one day, but I remember, I think when Caution was released, there was one where we could like go and lie down on the rainbow bed. And, like, do all these things.
That's all we want to do, guys, is lie down on the rainbow bed. Are they usually so expensive, these pop-up museums?
No, a lot of them are free to the public, but then the thing is, I feel like they could have had a lower price point, but I do actually appreciate that there are times and days and like this is your set time because people were waiting in line for hours and hours to get into that NSYNC one, I think. And it's like, I don't need that.
Yeah, we like some organization.
Yes,
it's worth the price to, have a good experience.
Exactly. So I'm going the Friday of it. It's like January 31st, I think is the
that is far in advance.
That's the thing. You got some time. But I'll send you the link.
Okay, cool.
Can't wait for that. Taylor Swift is going to be named the Artist of the Decade at the AMAs.
That news I knew.
I love that, which is very exciting. And I mean, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like people are upset about it. It's like, come on. Album-wise,
why would you
who has sold more than Taylor Swift in the past 10 years?
She's done her duty for the decade, really. Like, it's
absolutely
this whole decade, it's very much been Taylor dominating, especially in terms of like sales.
Yes, especially in terms of sales. You could talk about, Adele and Beyonce as well, but any other names are ridiculous.
Oh, of course. I mean, though, that's like the trifecta.
Right.
That's of greatness.
I completely agree.
Music and as far as sales and artistry goes combined.
These last two stories you're not really going to care about. Warning.
Okay. I'm going to take a nap now.
Okay. Oh, guys, Apple just announced AirPod Pros and they are water resistant. They are soundproof and they're have noise cancellation and it's like the like wireless headphones you can have, but they'll like stay in your ears and noise cancel and they're sweat resistant and water resistant. And I just bought normal AirPods. I didn't know this was happening. I would have waited. I waited to get this phone until there was a new phone coming out, but there was no, I was looking at macrumors.com. I didn't see anything about AirPod Pros.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem sorry.
I'm not.
I just feel like I deserve these, Okay,
well, if you get those, can I have your
I'm not getting
AirPods?
them. I'm not getting them. But yeah, they're a little too expensive. They're like $250 and it's like, these are still just earbuds. Let's not get crazy.
That's a moment.
So, I mean, I'll just wait it out. Maybe they'll make out new ones and these will lower the price and then I'll buy them then. But,
sure.
Guys,
also, we can only hope.
Lastly, on this past Sunday, Real Housewife of New Jersey appeared on Watch What Happens Live with her husband, who has been deported, Joe Giudice, Teresa Giudice, and this is the first time they had appeared together since since he started serving his sentence, because they basically had to serve sentences back to back because they wanted one parent to be home with the children, and they were convicted of fraud, of course, and like tax evasion kind of things, and they had this one-on-one sit down, which was riveting but sad, and they were just basically like, we haven't seen each other in 4.5 years, and like he now is going to be living in Italy because he's been deported, and me and my kids live here, and I want to be with someone who I can wake up with, and it just sounded like they had already decided to separate and or get divorced, but they're just like, but we're gonna see how we feel when we see each other, and I'm on my way to go visit him, and Andy was like, oh yeah, we heard the cameras are going with you, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, guys,
we're doing that.
And I love a trashy reality show as much as the next person, but it's like, some things can be private.
Yeah.
Like the reuniting of you and your kids with their father, and like this discussion of whether or not you're going to get divorced doesn't need to be the season finale of Real Housewives of New Jersey.
That's rough. I mean, I'll watch it.
Of course. I mean, I'm going to.
Obviously, I'm watching that. And I've never even watched Real Housewives of New Jersey, but I am watching that.
Oh my God. So,
but
it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard because, of course, as a viewer, I want to see it. But as a person, it's like, gosh, I hope you guys get it together.
It just goes to show, guys, pay your taxes, please.
Yes, especially if you're going to go on a reality show.
Yeah, bad things, when you don't follow the rules, bad things sometimes happen, like this very sad story.
And I also feel like it's strange when people are famous or flaunting their money and or wealth and are not paying their taxes or committing fraud. Like, how do you feel like you're not going to get attention for that? How do you feel like people aren't going to find out about that?
Yeah.
I have connections to the mayor. I can write you. I'm sorry, it just has brought me so much.
We are going to talk about this until this guy is president.
Oh my God! I mean. My God. Maybe we'll just call this episode Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay,
so he'll look at it and be like, this is about me.
I'm not retweeting. He will not. It'll not be on my personal anything, because he does. I don't think he follows 2Gay Mats on Instagram.
Of course he does. Because he's a loser.
I mean, he follows me still.
He's a loser.
I mean, well, he won the mayorship, so he won something.
Anyone who dumps you is a loser. This is what we're going with.
Do you have any other news that I missed since you got all mad at me about the Whoopi Goldberg thing last week? Or do you have any other?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think, no.
Okay, great. Well, we'll be right back with more 2Gay Mats.
Guys, we were just rocking out to Mariah Carey's Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy while we took this break.
The acapella version. Like, truly, I'm thinking
there is no other version besides the acapella version.
I'm thinking about making that just the, music for this episode, but I don't want to get sued.
I would love to be sued by Mariah Carey.
I mean, I would love it too.
We would get publicity.
I mean, a cease and
and she would know we exist.
A cease and desist I could do, because then I just replace it and then put it back up, and all would be well.
All would be well.
We're gonna get so many takedown ones from the mayor and then from Mariah. Like, take this down.
Yes, absolutely. And we got taken part of our Dua Lipa listening session.
You need to just delete that video from the Facebook.
Yeah, I could. Did you see what I did? I brought a link to the Patreon.
Okay, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it is the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm such a noble person.
You're so noble.
I should be mayor. All right, guys, so this is Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer questions that you email to us. And you can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com, 2 spelled TWO. So we got some emails this week. We got an email from someone named Hannah, who was like, oh, have you guys started doing merch? And I was like, ooh, is this a question for the podcast? But I was like, oh no, this is just spam.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that was an ad.
Yeah, it was like an ad spam. Yeah. But so we're not gonna give her the time.
But hey, if we did merch, would you buy it? Tell us in the comments.
Oh, please tell us in the comments.
Yes.
I think merch could be fun.
Yeah.
What would we put on it?
faces.
Okay. So we got an email my heart from JK, who is Tangled 55.
Icon.
Tangled 55 is an icon, guys, and Tangled 55 has been shipping us for the longest time. It's never going to happen.
The only person ever to ship us.
And Tangled 55 said such a wonderful thing. I'm just going to read that, even though there's not a question. It just says, P.S. on a serious note, it doesn't go unnoticed in society's ether that you choose to share your friendship publicly for so long, given your cultural ethnicities, race, and other differences. I know you're a comedy channel, but the aesthetic of two gay mats alone really, really matters, and the fact that your channel podcast has evolved to speak on politics, current events, etc. matters too. For that, you'll perpetually have my respect. That's so
that is
nice.
truly the kindest
We were not
thing.
intending for
I
that to
know.
happen.
I was like crying at work when I got this email. It was very sweet.
I know. I love
JK,
that.
we love you.
So questions from Tangled 55 are, you may have spoken about this before, and I know you both went to NYU, but how exactly did you all meet? And how did your friendship evolve to the point of you wanting to live together and start a YouTube channel together? That's a pretty heavy commitment, even for the best of friends. And you even choose to still live together again now with your recent apartment. Could you expound on this if it's not too personal?
I think it's funny that he's like, is this too personal? It's like, this is the least personal question. And just like me and Matt Steele, we're buddies.
Well, he also asks what our first impressions of each other were.
Ooh.
And do those impressions still ring true today?
Well, my first impression, we met via Skype.
Yes.
Because Matt Steele was moving to LA and he was moving into he was possibly going to move into the house that I lived in with two other people. One of them was moving out.
Yes, it was a 4-bedroom house. And I was moving to LA and looking to replace someone.
Right. And so I think you spoke to Eric and Brian.
I spoke to Eric and Brian first. They were interviewing me as a possible candidate.
Exactly. And so I was third in line, and I remember hearing that they found your old YouTube channel, the Doomsday Diaries.
Yes.
And I think Brian was like, oh, he seems annoying. And I was like, I think he's acting. I think this is not really how he is.
And surprise, I was annoying.
And both were true. He is annoying and was acting. And I remember meeting him via Skype because I don't know if it was mentioned that you were gay or something, and then I met you on Skype and I was like, oh, he's gay, and I was like, oh, this is fine.
Well, I think in the Craigslist ad, I think Matt Schley, dedicated to Matt Schley again, said like one of the roommates is gay, so you have to be like okay with that.
Wait, did he really?
I think so.
Oh my god, I don't know if I even saw this ad.
I read a couple.
Did you tell which one it was?
I read a bunch of the Craigslist ads that were like looking for different apartments, being like one of the roommates is gay and you have to be okay with that. So maybe for some reason I knew that there was a gay guy living there, so I guess it said that in that Craigslist.
Could you tell which one of us was? I'm sure you could have.
Well, I met Eric and Brian and I was just like, it's neither of them.
I'm sure I was just so masked on the screen. I remember not having a lot of questions. I remember meeting him seeming normal. And I think we have a mutual friend that I asked about you too, and he was like, oh, he's great, you're gonna love him. And I was like, oh, well then I was like, how are you? Like,
exactly.
When are you trying to move?
Because I think Eric and Brian said like, oh, Matt Steele's fine. Seems a little annoying, but whatever.
Right.
Just because of the old YouTube channel. But like because you were a year older than me at NYU.
Yeah.
And NYU is a massive institution. Right. So of course, like we did not know each other. But yeah, we had a couple mutual friends. Yeah. But I think you asked the one, shout out to Shane.
Yes, Shane.
So he said I was great, which was a fact. But I remember meeting you on Skype and you seemed like very level-headed and professional.
Oh, thank you.
And very like, down to earth and grounded.
That's me.
Sure. I remember you wearing a button down and it seemed like you were like at work, but I know you were in Atlanta, I feel.
I bet I was in Atlanta.
But the way you were acting, you were very professional and he seemed like he was at work.
Well, I mean,
I was like, he seems very serious and like smart. You are smart.
Yeah.
And you take things seriously.
I feel like my first impressions with people are never like, I'm going to be my most fun self, because I'm very much like, what's everyone doing? I need to like take the temperature of the room.
Oh, you were calculating.
Yeah, I was calculating in my head. And then I remember meeting you in person for the first time, like in the hall or something. Mm-hmm. And I think you were with Lauren. And I was like, yeah, he seems fine. Like, this will be fun.
Oh yeah. I honestly don't remember the first day being in the house with you.
I remember just that initial meeting and being like, oh, he's fine. He's fun. And then my next earliest memory of you, for some reason, I remember someone who had met you more recently, who we're still friends with and good. I won't say her name, but I remember her making fun of you or like something in that way and feeling protective, which I thought was odd.
Darling.
I was like, be nice to this new person, this new gay person we're all meeting and is in our lives now. Like, don't be mean to them or like make fun of them too soon. Like, clearly that went out the window. But I do remember that being my initial feeling.
Yeah, very serious, very stoic.
Yeah.
We got another email too, but I can't find it in the.
Oh, it's the next one down. Ashley Jones.
I can't find.
Oh, really? It's on my phone.
It's not on my phone.
I'm trying to think. How did our friendship evolve since living and starting the YouTube channel was just like when we were hanging out and people would like kind of listen to us argue and spat, and your YouTube had come to an end or was coming to an end.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, well, this could be a fun thing.
Oh yeah, because people were like, oh my god, Matt and Matt, their chemistry together is so funny,
right?
And so fun, and we were just like, oh, we should have a YouTube channel called Two Gay Mats. Where we like you came up with the idea.
I did.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, what a genius.
Oh my
and
god,
here we are today, guys. Yeah. So and we just kind of just started making videos.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I don't know. Sometimes like we don't really argue about the YouTube channel at all, because if I'm like, hey, I have an idea and you don't like it, you're just like, no, it's bad. Like, and I'm just like, and I just am at a point where I'm just like, okay.
No one, I don't think either of us would get offended by each other and like what to do with this. Cause it's like, we're doing this and like, we love it and it's fun, but it's like, it's for fun. Like if people like it, that's great.
Maybe if we were making millions of dollars on this, then we would fight about it more. Because we'd be like, no, we have to take this seriously.
But it's really been more of a positive thing and like meeting people. And I'm telling you not to like plug the Patreon, but when we have those Patreon like meetup things, it's the most fun of the whole month. Every time I'm like, oh, it's late. I don't know if I'm going to be fun tonight. And like, I don't know what it's going to be. And then by the end of it, I'm like, I love everyone who listens to us.
I know. You guys we have like a really cool.
Everyone's cool. And there were points in the last one where I was like, I feel like we should leave. I feel like they're all talking to each other. Like,
I know, like they would all be friends. Like, I feel like they're all like super smart.
I know.
And we don't want to.
And like young. Everyone's so young. Oh my God.
We're young.
First of all, we're still young.
But also like, I feel like not to like, we're literally not buttering you guys up, but like, we're like, our fans are kind of like smart.
Right.
Like
and we think the reason is we don't lead with hotness.
We don't lead with hotness.
And we talk about real things in a way that's not just like, oh, everything's perfect and flawless and slay. It's like, no, this is why I didn't love this moment. Like, it's like, there's
like we're critical.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the people who are casual fans do not like when we are critical, but the people who really like us know that like, it's all out of love. And you know, sometimes you criticize and that's okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know. I just love it. I think it's
you guys are awesome.
I know. It's great.
Just shout out to you guys.
All right, well, let me pass you my phone.
Find that email.
Okay. It's more for me, but I think have you listened to Janet's albums yet?
I listened to the ones from the 80s.
Okay.
And the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
So this question is from Ashley. Was listening. She said she was listening to The Velvet Rope, I Get Lonely, the other day, which by the way is her favorite Janet song.
It literally, the other day I was like, is this my favorite song, period? Like, it's such a brilliant song. So brilliant taste, Ashley. We love
Ashley wants to know, as a fellow Janet fan, how would you rank her albums? I think her career can be divided into eras: Jackson Family Ties, The Emancipation of Janet, and post Les Moonves.
I love that. It gave me a giggle. Post Les Moonves.
Feel free to only focus on albums from the second era.
Iconic. I truly am not as well versed in the Family Ties era of Janet Jackson. I need to go back and listen. It just never interested me. I really felt like her career started at Control. For me, I would rank, sorry, this might take me a second. I would rank Velvet Rope and Rhythm Nation, maybe tied number one, maybe a little edge to Velvet Rope over Rhythm Nation because it's a little more personal, a little bit moodier. But Rhythm Nation is just such the perfect pop album that like I can't hate. I would put number one, Velvet Rope, number two, Rhythm Nation, number three, Janet. Number three, Control. Number four, Janet. Because
say you were putting Control below Janet.
Janet's great. Janet just has really, really great singles, but the album tracks get a little iffy. But Control is so solid all the way through. And again, Control's like what, 8, 9 tracks, so it's easier there. Then I would maybe put All For You and Unbreakable. Honestly, are close for me. Maybe All For You, I have more, maybe Unbreakable. I don't know. All For You, edge over because of the nostalgia. Then Unbreakable. Then I would put Demita maybe Demeanor Joe 20YO Discipline. And the thing is, Discipline has feedback, which I really, really love.
What year was Discipline?
Discipline was, I was in college, so I want to say it was 2008.
Okay.
Is my guess. And then 20YO was 20 years after Control, so I think that one was like 2005, 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. Unbreakable, though, for the post-Les Moonves era is very, very good. It is up there with her 4 iconic classic albums. I think the top 4 are truly... I wrote my a paper in college about those 4 albums, on Janet Jackson albums, and they're some of the best albums ever. And Unbreakable, her latest album, is very close to that good. Like, it's very, very, very good. And she's reunited with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on it. And I don't know, it's just like... You kind of felt her, I don't know, you felt her presence more on that album than I had felt in a long time.
What class did you write a paper on Janet Jackson? Was it writing the essay?
No, it wasn't. It was a recorded music class with Robert Christgau.
Because I remember in NYU, everyone has to take a class freshman year called writing the essay.
Yes.
And when you're in Tisch, which is the School of the Arts, one of your essays has to be about like an artist you admire.
Yeah.
I did Tim Burton.
Oh.
For some reason.
Do you admire? I didn't know you were a Tim Burton fan.
I love Tim Burton, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I figured you talked about Janet Jackson for that one. Okay, so the only Janet Jackson albums I had listened to in full are Control, Rhythm Nation, Janet, and The Velvet Rope. I would rank them Velvet Rope as the top one.
Yes.
Then I would actually put Control. Just because Rhythm Nation is excellent, but to me, Rhythm Nation is like has a couple tracks too, or is like a couple tracks too long. To me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Control is just like, I love them short and sweet.
It is very short and very.
I just think just like hits you across the face.
I just think the highs on Rhythm Nation are so
the highs in Rhythm Nation
high.
are so high. Yes, I agree with that. So that's why, like, if I were to switch them, like, it would be understandable.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I put Rhythm Nation and then Janet.
Why don't you like Janet?
Janet is so long. They're all slow jams.
They're not all slow jams.
They all feel slow to me.
The fact that you don't like That's the Way Love Goes, I will never understand.
It's not that I don't like That's the Way Love Goes. I just don't really get
it's a classic. It's a classic.
I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, That's the Way Love Goes walked so Got Till It's Gone could run. Like, it's so needed.
But Got Till It's Gone.
I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yes, okay. I think you should like Janet more. Like, do you like If, right?
If is objectively excellent. If is one of her best.
You Want This? Do you remember liking?
I don't remember.
Oh, Anytime, Any Place?
I mean, Anytime, Any Place is just funny to me.
No, it's excellent. It's sexy. It's iconic.
It's funny.
It's not funny. I mean, I guess it's not your vibe because it's so sexual.
It's definitely more of a Matt Palmer vibe.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so I think that's it for Email My Heart. So let's do our final moments of the episode. Giving You Moments, Darling. This is where we talk about the things that have been giving us moments, giving us life this week, what has been exciting us, what has gotten us through the hardships of the week. So Matt Steele, what has been giving you moments, darling?
My phone just buzzed because the alarm is going off. Because guys, if we're gonna make this an episode about men who have wronged you, I'm not gonna go into full detail about this.
Oh Jesus! You have been so much more public about this than I thought you would.
I'm not gonna say any details. All I'm gonna say is, if someone has wronged you, ladies and gentlemen, it feels good to let them know how you feel. I'm just gonna say that.
So do you feel good?
I feel Matt Palmer was very much like, no, if someone wrongs you, cut them out of your life forever. And I was like, no, I have something I need to say. And I said it very succinctly. Matt Palmer read a draft.
I did. It was long.
Or you read the final version.
I think that was the final version.
You know, when I'm telling someone something, like, I'm very crystal clear and matter of fact.
So now that it has been sent, how do you feel?
I feel very good.
You feel better, like lighter, like it's
yes,
not
absolutely
weighing you down.
lighter. We'll be angry forever,
of course.
but it feels good to send it out, and people work in different ways.
They do.
Matt Palmer's very much
different.
like, delete the number, delete everything, and I'm just like, no, I will have one final say. That's what works for me.
Look, I've done it. I have been through a long stretch of being very angry, very upset, and I remember writing emails that I just never sent. I remember writing. There's honestly one email I remember writing, and I look back on it and I was like, "Whoa, you were mad! You were mad!"
Oh, once I wrote an email to my ex-boyfriend once.
Did you send it
during our breakup? I sent it on my birthday. This was literally years and years ago, guys. And this wasn't like this guy. This was the ex, like the ex with a capital T and E. I read that email recently because I was like, oh, let me like read this email again. And I read it and I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I was also very young. Yeah. So I would not have written an email quite like that now. But I mean, he was like, just write it and then if like don't send it, just like write it so you get it out and everything. And I wrote it and I was like, I'm gonna send this.
Everyone works differently. And I mean, I've had thoughts of like, oh, maybe I should send it, but it's like, no, it's too. Because my in fairness, mine was meaner and
mine was very nice.
Yours wasn't very nice. Yours was nice compared to what happened.
Of course, yes. I chose to take the high road,
but you didn't not point out that you were wrong.
Oh, of course. That's like my thing. It's like if you want to send a scathing text or email, which I haven't done in the past, not just for personal reasons, but for professional reasons.
Yes.
It's very.
They deserve that too. That was professional.
And that was a great email. I read that email to my coworker Alicia, and she was just like, "Oh my God, you're such a good writer." I'm like turned on. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But it's like if you're gonna send something like that, make sure you look as least crazy as possible.
Right.
Like take the emotion out of it.
Yes.
And state your case.
Right.
Proofread it. Proofread it. That's the key. Do not look like a crazy person.
Right.
Look like the sane one of the group.
Hey. And I've sent certain texts. I've sent texts like, we can no longer speak. And this is why.
Yes.
But it was more just like, this is how I feel. This is not a punishment. It's best for me.
Yes. And that is very level-headed and smart. That's very the Matt Palmer that I interviewed with on Skype.
Yes. And but I mean, it's good to set boundaries, get all your emotions out. If whatever you need to do to feel like you can move on and feel lighter and not feel like you're carrying it with you, well, then I'm proud of you.
Yes. I love a list.
We love a list. We love a list.
Love a list. So that was my giving you moment.
Wow. I truly can't believe you're telling everyone. I mean, it's not like you're getting into details, but
no, of course. And I wish everyone the best because I do not. People have good hearts.
He does not.
People have good.
Not.
There is a heart in there.
Supposedly.
Yeah, there is. I have faith. I think there is good in everyone.
I don't.
I think people want to be good, and this was helping him be better.
I'm sure he can be better.
Even though he didn't respond, I will trust that he will take what I said to heart and be better for the next time with someone else.
Yes.
The next time, not with me.
Yes. My giving you moments, darling, you could probably get an idea of it if you watched our video of Dua Lipa this week, but I just need to give appreciation to all of the pop queens that are coming back with up-tempo numbers. Of course, Kesha, we talked about last week. Dua Lipa, I talk about her incredible new single on our YouTube channel this week. Also, though, I just realized that the Sugar Babes have come out.
Oh, you do love the Sugar Babes.
You know I love the Sugar Babes.
Wait, when were the Sugar Babes?
The Sugar Babes were kind of, I would say, maybe late 90s, definitely early 2000s. They were a UK group that like cycled out members, when it's like they would, someone got kicked out and got rehired.
Yeah.
And then at the end of their career, they kicked out the last original member. And so it was just like 3 people, none of which started the thing. Then they put out an album, it flopped, the Sugar Babes broke up. And then the original 3 who had all gotten kicked out, got back together to form a group and became the Sugar Babes again, somehow got that name from them. And now they're coming back as the Sugar Babes.
Holy shit.
It's
good
crazy.
That's really wonderful.
It's amazing. So they just appeared on a compilation album. I think the DJ is called DJ Spooky. I don't know what that is, but it basically, they do a cover of a song called Flowers, and it's very orchestral, but also has like a 2-step backbeat. And if you don't know about 2-step, it's like, yes, it's like very much like Craig David, who I will mention until he is the, Scarlett Johansson of the podcast.
Of course.
It is very Craig David. It is very Daniel Bedingfield. It is very very like emotional, up-tempo, strings, vocals, lyrics. It's just
oh my God, I'm moved just hearing this description.
It's very much exactly what I grew up with and what I love about pop music. And I just love that they're coming back because all of their voices are amazing, but especially Keisha Buchanan. She is the lead singer. She is I don't know if she's the lead. They all kind of sing lead, but she's the black one, so she's my favorite.
Now everybody sings lead because they can sing lead.
Oh God, that was so rude. Beyonce used to be rude. But I urge you all to listen to it. I feel like it is the first preview of an album that is coming from them. They put out a great single back before they got the name called back when they were MKS called Flatline, and it was produced by a producer that works with Solange a lot, and I think he also did Giving Me Life on the Mariah Caution album.
Okay.
Very talented guy, Dev Hines, and I just am so excited for whatever's coming up next with the Sugar Babes. I really, really, really love them. They're like the UK TLC, and so they're still around, so of course I stan. And
I'm gonna listen to them.
You should listen to all of their stuff, because it's all on Spotify now, at least all the stuff with Keisha on it, and then the new song is also on Spotify, and it's great. I urge you all to take a listen. It's lovely. It's great. And I'm happy for an up-tempo, happy fall that the pop girls are giving us.
We need a happy fall.
We do. Thank you guys.
Bring us out of the decade with happiness.
I know.
Because these are the last moments of the decade, guys.
I know. I think, and we're finally turning back up. I think, yes, we look back at the 99s, the 2009s, and it's like, maybe we're going to get...
These are turning point
usually
moments.
When things turn, and I'm ready for it.
And like 99, guys, was... I mean, 99, not to be like obnoxious, like old millennials and be like, oh, back in my day. But like,
back
guys,
in my day.
99.
That was the year.
That was the year of everything. Yes. And 2009 was also great.
Oh, great.
But, I mean, like we were just talking about on our Patreon, like Fame Monster and everything.
Yes.
And how let's make that 2019.
Yes.
And in 2019,
yes.
There's still time, guys,
I know,
to bring us into the new decade with just glory. Oh. And then like by the end of the decade, we'll be like trudging along like, oh God, we're tired.
I know.
And then 2029 will be amazing.
I know.
And we'll all be on the podcast being like, oh, remember 2019?
I know. What a time.
The Sugar Babes came back.
Oh, my queens. Oh, well, thank you guys so much for listening. And Matt Steele, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. Ooh, we both got personal.
We did. You know, it's a little bit more personal, raw, to quote Lindsay Lohan.
I mean, I don't want to like, make an assumption, but like, I think this was like my favorite podcast we've done. Like, even though like the news stories were so like, whatever.
I did like this. This was very fun. I mean, I also love that we're loving the podcast before we're even done with it. So let's just say goodbye and talk about how much we like that. So thank you guys all for listening. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matt Power Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
And at 2Gay Mats for both of us. If you really enjoy our content, go to patreon.com/2gaymats for an extra bonus video every week. We just reviewed Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster. So if you want to see our thoughts on that, just become a patron. Also, make sure to go to our main channel, youtube.com/2gaymats. We just reviewed the new Dua Lipa single, Don't Start Now, which is excellent. And I don't know. Do you have anything else to tell the people?
That guys, don't let men do you wrong.
Yes. And also
and they'll become mayors.
Yes, or they'll become the mayor. And also make sure to get some Walker Crisps if you can.
Oh, well, support Walker Crisps.
Support
guys.
Walker Crisps because they're supporting our queens.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back soon with another brand new 2Gay Mats podcast.
Bye, guys.
Bye.